Hey everybody, Justin Cener here, going live again. This is for the second time because I forgot to unmute myself on the microphone. So I've been talking to myself for the past 30 seconds. So I wanted to give another introduction over here. But this is the Product Research for 2017 webinar, and I'm going to be going over so many different ways to do product research and some of my favorite ways to do product research in 2017. And the real cool thing about product research is it's a skill that you need to master no matter what type of store you have, no matter what niche you're in. If you're doing t-shirts, print on demand, drop shipping, it doesn't matter. There's always going to be product research that you'll need to do. And in fact, I teach my students that product research is really a 24/7 job. As soon as you open up your Shopify store, then that begins your time on the clock of doing product research. And basically you're doing that until you shut down the store. Literally, it's a lifetime job. It's going to be something that you're going to be doing subconsciously. And, the more often you can get into, a niche and figure out the products and the ideas that are popular and that resonate with the people in the niche, the quicker you're going to figure out if you could have success there or not. So that's what tonight's webinar is all about. We're going to get started in just a minute or two as I share this out on Facebook Live. And you see on the screen right now, there's a little poll, right? You see this little screenshot that I had. I actually did a poll here in my Facebook group, the Cener Shopify Mastermind Facebook group. If you're not in that, you definitely have to join that. Totally free group. And I did a little poll. I basically asked, how do you do product research, right? And you see, over 80 people doing AliExpress, about 50 people doing Facebook search. So why don't you go ahead in the comment box here or the question box, whichever way you're looking. Tell me how you're doing product research right now. And you don't have to list all of them. Maybe your favorite 2 or 3 product research methods, and you can see a bunch of the options on the screen up here. Like I said, AliExpress is pretty much the most popular one. So let's see. Adam says AliExpress, and Carol says Facebook, and Bonnie says AliExpress, eBay, Amazon, Winello. Definitely, those are all great product options. Watchcount from KD. Watchcount is definitely one that I like to use. And Pinterest, Google Images, definitely, Joe. That goes under the idea of organic. And hopefully you saw my video on Pinterest sorting. That's a cool way to take Pinterest research to the next level. Let's see, top stores, Shopify, Intelligent, AliExpress, Pinterest, Wish. Yeah, Wish.com is another good one that a lot of people aren't using. A lot of the same products that you find on AliExpress, but sorted by purchases, so that could be a pretty useful tool. Okay, great. So let's see. Ron says takemymoney.com. That's an interesting one, right? That's going to be basically a kind of a ranking site for just any type of product, anything that is kind of interesting or intriguing. And there's definitely going to be a good job. If you could find your niche on there, you're definitely going to be able to figure out what people get intrigued by. And I think intrigue factor is something that I always talk about as being incredibly important, right? And what exactly is intrigue factor? Especially the idea, thinking this is a social network and your ad, of course, is going to be on Facebook, right? You want to have a product that has some type of intrigue that is going to make the user stop when they're scrolling through the newsfeed, right? You want something different, right? You can't go after the same old product that everyone else is selling, and that's obviously the key of doing product research, right? You need to be able to find those interesting products, right? The products that people are actually going to desire. So that's kind of the reason why there's so many on this list, right? If everyone was just going after the same, easy searches on AliExpress, and we're going to go through AliExpress, and you'll find probably, if you're in any of the niches that we do examples of, you'll probably have seen these products before, right? So, and AliExpress is still very useful, don't get me wrong, but right, we need to diversify. We need to find tons of other areas to find products, find product ideas, right? If you're doing T-shirts, right, you basically need a nonstop flow of design ideas to get your designers to turn into T-shirts, because that's your ongoing job for product research, right? Pumping out new design ideas every single week, right? So you see a big list of product research options over here, right? And pretty much everyone who's responded so far has said one of the ones that are on this list. So pretty popular options here, right? And we're going to basically go through tonight and just run through some examples of some of these different ones. I'm pretty much going to make this as interactive as possible and just ask for feedback from you guys. I really want to know what will be the most useful for you guys. This webinar is just totally free, just for you guys to kind of learn some of the different techniques that I walk through, and have a little bit of a presentation that we'll run through in terms of just some of the different styles of research techniques. But definitely want to go ahead and take some suggestions from you guys, whether it's niches or product research sites, and we'll kind of go through that. So David says, will we be discussing Wish.com? Definitely, right? We're going to be talking about Wish.com. If you've never used Wish.com, you're definitely going to like this one. Very easy to use, and just tens of thousands of products in tons of different niches. Okay, so let's go into this little PowerPoint. All right, we just look through this real quick. Again, this is the poll that I was talking about. AliExpress, Facebook search, Watchcount, those are the top three. And really AliExpress and Facebook search were the majority of users here in terms of how many people responded. So this is very telling, right? AliExpress, a lot of people are using it, which kind of means it's going to be a little bit tougher to find like a diamond in the rough type product on AliExpress directly through the the kind of basic AliExpress searches that people are making, right? There's also going to be Facebook search, where you're going to be able to just go through and find different posts, hopefully that other advertisers are making, that you'd be able to go and find. And if you see a lot of engagement, a lot of comments, a lot of positive comments, you can make the assumption that obviously those products are desired by the niche. So there's a lot of items on this list. If you've never heard of any of these items, or any of these sites, post it in the question box. I want to know kind of which ones on this list may be new to some of you, so I can make sure I go over those as well. David Morales says Shopify. You might know that as intelligence. It used to be called Shopify. Now it's called intelligence. I'll go over Shopify later. Shopify intelligence is definitely my favorite way of doing product research, but it is a paid tool. So Adam says he doesn't know what Shopify is. I'll go over that. He doesn't know what buy one yourself, and yeah, that was an interesting one. I think that's people allowed people to basically enter their own responses here, and they're saying that if they would find something in store that was interesting, they'd buy it and then test it in the store, their own online store, right? So that one, I think maybe wasn't the correct answer to the the poll question. Never heard of Tview. Tview is it's like a big database for T-shirt sales, and the thing about Tview is it was the first one that came out like 3 years ago, maybe even longer. It might have been 4 years ago. And just it doesn't get updated anymore. So it's really not as useful as it used to be. It's the data in it is pretty old. Obviously, Teespy is the the better equivalent to Tview, right? Teespy is the big T-shirt database where you can search through like hundreds of thousands of T-shirts. Okay. Miyako says Watchcount. Okay, Watchcount is one that a lot of people use. Watchcount, I'm going to definitely show you. And that's basically the idea of tracking eBay sales, right? And more specifically, watch counts, literally the number of how many people are watching an item on eBay. Okay, so that information is inside Watchcount. It's a free tool, really good. Carol says Wish.com. We'll go into that next. Deidre said, I didn't know Take My Money. Take My Money, it's like there's a lot of different sites like that. It's kind of like Product Hunt. It's just like a site that is really, it just highlights cool products, right? I'm going to open it up right now. Literally, the site is called Shut Up and Take My Money, and I believe they make money as affiliates here. So all these links are affiliate links, I believe, and they just basically go through social media and SEO to get traffic. But there are a lot of products here. A lot of different sections here. This is kind of like Wish.com, a little bit smaller in terms of size, but some really unique things here, right? And this is, these guys are real social media based. So the type of products, you can even check out their Facebook page. Take a look at the products that get a lot of engagement, and that would be very useful, if you're inside those niches, right? You're going to see huge engagement numbers on their pages because this is what their business is, just showing cool, products that could potentially be viral. Okay. KD says Watchcount alone got him $200 a day in profit. That's awesome, KD, and I believe it, right? Watchcount is super valuable. Watchcount, it's been around for a while. That's why a lot of people know about it, but it's still very valuable because, first of all, eBay is a huge marketplace where there are just tons and tons of different products and thousands of users, right? So many different users on there means, there's a great chance of finding a product and an audience that could really match up, and, you'll see some big numbers on there as well, right? So that's pretty cool. Ron says, do I have any discount code for Teespy? No, there aren't any active right now. You can go to tee.justincener.com. You can check out the Teespy video, and it's also on YouTube, my little review for Teespy. So let's just keep going here, and we're going to talk about marketing 101 for a second, and why obviously this is so important is it's all about the product-customer match. And even if you get good targeting, right, you still need to have a product, right? You need to have a good sellable product. And I find this a lot with beginners in the t-shirt space. They want to go live with an ugly t-shirt, and of course it's not going to work, right? You need to have a product that is, desirable, that people want, that looks good, that passes the test of being, a certain threshold in terms of quality, in terms of perceived value, right? That's obviously always super important. So that's why this is so important here, okay? And your goal is to always match up a good product with the right audience, right? You need to find the product customer match. And there's three types of product research out there. There's organic research, right? For example, that would be like checking out your competitors' stores, right? Or checking out Google, right? Or checking out Google Images. There's social proof, right? And this is where you would look at social media. For example, you'd see things like a lot of repins on Pinterest. That would give you a good indication that a product is popular, or a design is popular, or a meme is popular, whatever it is, right? And then, of course, sales proof, which is, the holy grail of product research, the type of factor that you want to find the most if you can. Sales proof is actually going to be a tool that shows you the sales history of a specific product. Right? Literally, it's going to say, okay, over the last 12 months, this was the top selling product in the store, or this T-shirt sold 100 copies, or whatever. Right? Sales proof. There's only a couple tools that give you that, and they're obviously paid tools because they're so good, but they do give you the advantage of actually knowing exactly what sells, right? Not just what what is engaged or what is viral on Facebook or on Pinterest. So sales proof is, if you could ever get that, that's what you want to be looking for. And these are ranked in order in terms of how valuable they are, right? Organic research, valuable. Social proof, even more valuable than that. And sales proof is the most valuable. And again, sales proof is actually finding out the sales history, knowing specifically about sales of that product in some historical time period, like the last month or the last year or whatever, right? And there's different tools that are out there for T-shirts. That's all about Teespy, right? Teespy will actually tell you we sold 800 in the last year. And Shopify or Intelligence, and I'll show you both those tools later. They will tell you what the top selling products are on Shopify stores in a searchable database, right? So it's really super powerful information. When you find the sales proof, but it's not always available, right? Again, you have to use paid tools to do that. I'm going to show you some other great ways to do research without needing the paid tools. So again, what product research techniques have you tried so far? I kind of asked you this already, but now I really want to ask you, what has worked best for you, right? Which product research method has been best for you so far? And I bet that a lot of people are going to say AliExpress or Watchcount, simply because that's what most of you are using for product research. And there you go. I see a lot of AliExpress comments. I see a lot of Watchcount. Definitely a lot of AliExpress. Yeah, a couple of eBays. That's cool. So again, the question is, what has worked best for you? What product research tool has worked best? And got a couple more AliExpresses out there. So definitely no surprise there, right? The most popular, the most widely used research tool. Okay. So I want to talk about organic research now. Okay, organic research, it's super important. And as you see on the bullet point at the bottom, it's a 24/7 activity. Right? This could be looking at your competitors' stores. This could be going into the mall and looking at T-shirts that could be applied to your niche. This is people watching when you go to a theme park. This is searching your niche and browsing on Pinterest and on Google and on Facebook and on Reddit, right? All these different places where you're just looking around, right? You're basically just acting like a customer. And this is so important. Even though if you don't find any specific products that you could use, it's so important to kind of get in this mindset of searching out your niche, looking for products in your niche just like you're a customer. Because you want to be able to get inside the customer's head. You want to be able to present products that are just, super enticing to the people inside your niche. Okay? And places to do this: Google, right? The real world, advertisements, stores, catalogs, right? That's your typical competition research, right? And these are all easy to do, right? That's one of the big benefits of organic research, and this is why you could do it 24/7. It's so easy to do. I mean, literally, you just need to keep your eyes open, right? You're going to a store, look at products that could be related, right? You're going to a place where there's a lot of people, see what they're wearing, see what they're buying, right? You don't need any software tools. Quick and easy, free to do, right? And obviously on the downside is you don't really know anything about the product other than that you've seen it in the real world or that it's on a store, right? I mean, I've launched thousands of T-shirt designs. If you found them in my store, I wouldn't tell you anything if they're good or bad, right? So you don't have any social proof, you don't have any sales proof, and probably the biggest con here is that everyone else does it too. So there's a low barrier of entry to something that you can do 24/7. Okay, And again, a couple more examples. Google searches, right? Let's say you're in the cat niche, you would just do a search like cat store, cat products, big warehouse stores like Amazon, Walmart, Target. And again, keeping your eyes open, right? Banner ads, billboards, people watching. Living inside the niche is basically what I call it, right? You just need to live inside your niche and pay attention to what's going on. So the next one is social proof. And social proof defined as just product research where we can vet the product based on social features, right? Basically, we're going to judge the product, or more specifically, we're going to prejudge the product simply based on the idea that there's a lot of social engagement around it, right? And if there's a lot of social engagement around it, then we would tend to think that people inside that niche agree on some level with whatever's going on in the post, right? Maybe it's a product, maybe it's an image, maybe it's a video, maybe it's a joke, maybe it's a meme, right? And memes are great to turn into T-shirts, of course, right? Social proof is great, right? It's in the middle level. It's like that second tier. It's better than organic research because we know that people definitely like it because we're seeing huge engagement numbers. But it's not as good as sales proof because if you've run any Facebook ads, you know yourself, getting a lot of engagement doesn't guarantee sales, right? So we just want to use social metrics to help us find hot or winning products. Right? That's what social proof-based research is. You do this on the social networks, right? Facebook, Pinterest, Reddit is another one as well, right? Anywhere where there's an action people can take. And I have Winello on here. Right? I'm going to show you Winello in a little bit. It's a social network for products, right? And instead of having repins or likes, shares, comments, there's saves, right? People would save a product. Product has 10,000 saves, then you know it's a popular product for people inside that niche. Okay. So the question is, how would you use Reddit for social proof? Well, you would see what has the most upvotes, right? You could just literally sort by that. You can go into your Reddit niche, take a look at what has the most upvotes, sort by images, take a look at what memes and kind of inside jokes get the most upvotes. Upvotes would be the same as repins or likes or shares on Facebook. So every social network has its own metric, right? Its own social metric. And the pros here is that this is more reliable than organic research, right? You can actually tell the popularity of a product, and this is free to do. It's also easy to understand. We all know what's going on a social network. We can fully understand, what's viral, what's not. We could read comments, positive, negative. We could see numbers, right? We see thousands of repins, 10,000 upvotes, whatever, right? That's easy to understand. That's a popular product, right? And on the downside here, again, no sales proof, right? Everyone else is also probably doing this because it is free. And it's a little bit time consuming, right? You got to go through, for example, on Reddit, you'd have to go through the entire subreddit for your niche, and there's probably multiple of them, and you'd want to go find those popular posts, okay? So Facebook, fan pages for sure, right? The good part about liking a lot of fan pages is you start to see a lot of ads as well. Okay, Twitter, Instagram, hashtags are where you're going to want to be. Reddit, those subreddits. Winello, just simply searching out your product. And last but not least, sales proof. Okay, sales proof, product research where we can vet the product based on actual sales history, right? And this is most of the time going to be in database form, right, in some sort of tool. And in a lot of cases, for example, in Teespy's case, all the information is publicly available. They just kind of house it in a certain spot, right? With Shopify or with intelligence, they have a specific algorithm that somehow can go through the API and get that data. Okay, so that's not publicly available. That's why, probably that's why it works so well. So where to find sales proof? Shopify. I still call it Shopify, but they've changed the name to Intelligence. But it's my favorite way to do product research. I'll show you that as I show you some of these other demos. Teespy is the T-shirt sales database I was talking about. Groupon I like. eBay, Watchcount, AliExpress, right? These are the ones that we've been talking about the whole time. And what are the benefits here? Well, it's more reliable than social proof, right? You can actually tell the popularity in terms of sales, and sales is more important than anything else. Sales is actionable, right? You see action in terms of people taking their credit card out. That means a lot, right? When people are taking action on a product, that's way more than just clicking the like button or share button or commenting or repinning or whatever, right? That action signifies something very important to us, that people have a big enough connection with that product to take their credit card out. And some of the negatives here is that past sales don't guarantee future success. I see a lot of people, they'll go on and they'll sort by orders on AliExpress, and they'll say, this product sold 10,000 pieces, but I can't get it to sell. Well, maybe that product is just simply saturated, right? I mean, in that case, everyone is doing that basic search of finding the most sold product in the dog niche or the cat niche or whatever, right? And another negative is that some of these tools cost money, right? The good tools, Teespy, Shopify, or Intelligence, whatever you want to call it, they cost money. You could argue that they're definitely worth it or not, right? Either way, sales proof is what you want to get. If you can get sales proof, you definitely want to get it. Okay, we can talk about Shopify later. And that's it for the kind of presentation, really. I want to do most of this over the shoulder and kind of go back to this list. And I'm just going to start going through some of these until I see some recommendations or suggestions in terms of what you guys want to see. And I know Wish.com is on the list. So I'll go with this. I'll post this up here. And yes, I see a couple questions about replays. Definitely, there will be a replay for this. I'm not sure how long it's going to be up, but I'll definitely be posting this in the Cener Shopify Mastermind group on Facebook. So we're going to come over here now. And I'm going to come next to here. And I'm going to just open up a new window. Just bear with me right now. Nadir says, I liked your Wish video on Facebook. If you guys didn't see that, you can check out my YouTube channel or just like my Facebook page. And I posted some cool videos on product research techniques. This week, I actually posted one about Wish.com. I posted a video on Pinterest using a special sorting tool. And I saw a question earlier, can you sort on Winello? I haven't found a tool to sort on Winello yet, unfortunately. But typically, the most popular products get surfaced to the top of the searches anyway, so that should be pretty helpful. So I'm just coming over here, and let's just sharing this thing one more time. Okay. So I'm going to bring up AliExpress first, even though everyone has seen it, right? I just really am going to go through it super quick. For anyone who hasn't used just a basic way to get sales proof on AliExpress, obviously, it's super easy, right? Let's just say we're going to do something in the cat niche or whatever, right? Something in the cat niche, you do a search, right? And then the way to do social proof is, sales proof is over here under orders, right? We could actually see which products have the most orders, right? And again, I know this is super simple. You've seen this for a long time now. I just wanted to go over this for anyone who is brand new, right? This is your basic, everyone is doing this type of search, AliExpress search, based on orders, right? The most the most ordered product will surface up to the top when you click under orders. Okay, and you see that there's a lot of factors here on a seller, right? There's feedback, there's order count, there's badges, right? There's processing time, there's shipping cost, a lot of different factors here that you need to consider on AliExpress, right? Everyone knows this one for sure, okay? So what extensions are you using to get ePacket information? That's a good question, Kate. And you see where it's got this little green border around this. This is because I'm using Oberlo, okay? And you can actually get Oberlo for free. I put the link over here, auto.justincener.com. It's my my little special link. If you use that link, you get Oberlo for free over there. So if you're not using Oberlo, you definitely want to add that to your store. I mean, that's all about automation for drop shipping. And I do a great webinar. It's actually on demand now. You can check it out at start.justincener.com. Free webinar about automating your Shopify store using Oberlo. Okay, so get that link right here, auto.justincener.com. Totally valuable because, like I said, you get Oberlo for free. Okay, so that extension is going to allow, that's going to give me that extension to be able to see these ePacket things at quick glance. And as you know, you can't do anything on AliExpress if you don't have ePacket shipping. Okay, you have to be using ePacket shipping. Okay, so next up, let's go to Wish.com. Okay, we're just going over this list of different things over here. We're going to go to Wish.com next. Okay, and give me a 1 in the chat box if you've never been to Wish.com. Okay, give me a 1 in the chat box if you've never been to or you've never heard of Wish.com. I see a bunch of ones, and I didn't know about it really until I don't know, a couple months ago when I was turned on to it. And it's definitely a cool site because it just has so much information here, right? It literally just has so many products, and as you can see, I mean, it's kind of maybe small to see on your screen, but right over here is the important stuff here, right? This is your sales proof. 1,000 bought this, 10 bought this, 100 bought this, 50 bought this, whatever, right? We're going to see all of these different products, and you see over here, there's, no one bought this, right? So, yeah, we see Scott and Adam and Audrey, Sonia, Amar, Haas, Mieko, Scott, Jay. Everyone says they haven't been to Wish.com. Cool. Well, this is going to be a new site to add to your repertoire when you're doing product research, and literally, you can just type in any niche that you would have here. I always just put cats in, for example, but feel free to post your niche if you want me to go and search out your niche. And what we see here is a couple different things, right? First off, what I want to see, and there's none on the screen right now, so let me see if I can scroll and find some. Of course, we're seeing tons and tons of products, right? Tons and tons of products with sales proof and everything great, right? That's all really good stuff. I want to call attention to this right here, Okay, if you look at this product right here, this little dog bed that goes in the back of the car, right? It's got this little icon on here, this little orange truck icon, and this is for fast shipping. This is for USA-based products, and you know, like you see, USA fast shipping over here. For people that don't want to deal with AliExpress, right? Well, you have a great option here. Just look for products that have this little icon, this faster shipping icon, and then you can give pretty fast shipping for your products. And you could drop ship directly through Wish.com, right? You can go through here, buy, and this is manual drop shipping. So what you would do is once you get an order, you would simply copy and paste their order information into the checkout once you would buy this product. Okay. Another real cool thing when you're doing product research is just leveraging the save feature. Just press save, right? Save it into your list. Go in here and do this for 50 different products in the dog niche or whatever niche you want to do. This is supposed to be a cat niche. I don't know how this product came up, but you get the point. You go through and just have a huge wish list or a huge saved list of all these products that you want to test, and just simply test out 5, 10 per week. Right? And anyone who's been following any of my stuff knows that it's all about launching a ton of products every week, and the only way to do that is to have a huge catalog of products ready to go. Okay. Do T-shirts sell well on Wish? You will find some T-shirts. Actually, if you come over here to fashion and tops, right, you can find some T-shirts, but for the most part, you're going to find dropship items. And I'll also tell you that almost every single item on Wish.com you'd be able to find on AliExpress. And the reason why you'd want to find it on AliExpress is so you could automate it with Oberlo. Right? Oberlo automates dropshipping through AliExpress. And again, you can check that out at auto.justincener.com. See that link on the screen again. And that will basically fully automate the process of drop shipping the products to your customer. Okay, and some of these products have free shipping. Some of them have a couple of dollar shipping costs, nothing excessive at all. So you just go in there and basically search it out. Had another person in the nurse niche. I'll do a search for you. Take a look at what's out there, right? And if you've been in the nurse niche, you've probably seen most of these products on AliExpress or somewhere else. But I've sold in the nurse niche. There's some of these products up here that I haven't seen yet. Some that I definitely have, right? So just again, another place to add to your repertoire in terms of finding more products to add to your kind of launch list for your store. Okay, anyone have any questions on Wish.com? Okay, what's the shipping cost? The shipping cost varies, right? It could be free. It could be a couple dollars, right? Where are you going to find the saved products? So you're simply going to find the saved products back in your saved list. It's under your account, right? You just click on your icon over there, your account, and you'd see your saved list. Right, can you find the ones with faster shipping on AliExpress? Typically not. There are some products on AliExpress that are based in the United States, but for the most part, the majority of the products are coming from China. Okay. Is there a way to sort by number of sold on Wish.com? No, unfortunately not. There's no tools out there for this here. There are some USA vendors on Wish.com, though. Yeah, definitely. That's why you find that little shopping cart. I'm sorry, the shipping truck icon, and that will really show that it has faster shipping times. Okay. So in other words, we really want to find the products on AliExpress. Well, Todd, if you're doing automation with Oberlo, which you definitely should be, then you want to use Wish.com to find products, and then go to AliExpress to actually add them to your store. Right? If you're not using Oberlo or you're not automating your store, then you could just simply drop ship directly through Wish.com if you want. Okay, so we're going to go to the next one here, and that's Shopify, a search tool, otherwise known as Shopify, and really now known as Intelligence. And I won't really go so far into this because this is a paid tool. It's $197. This is, by far my favorite tool. But you can learn more about this. Just check out research.justincener.com. Again, it is a paid tool out there, so you'd have to pay for that. This isn't my tool, but again, it's one that I use every single day. Todd says, I bought it just the other day. Todd, that's awesome. How do you like it so far? I mean, I bet you're probably in it a lot already because there's a ton of information that you're going to find in there. But really, in short, what Shopify or what Intelligence does is it goes through every single Shopify store that it can find. There's hundreds of thousands that are in the database. And it somehow goes through the API, and it finds the top-selling products in each store. And then by keyword, in terms of product and description and site search, it allows you to search through all these stores for your niche. Right? So obviously, it's an incredibly powerful tool because it literally goes through live Shopify stores, finding what the best-selling products are right now. And Todd says, I'm enjoying it. It pulls up a lot of stores. definitely. It's $197. Can you show how it works? Yeah, I mean, I'll do a brief walkthrough. Let me just log into my account for a second. And again, really the idea here is that it's searching through Shopify stores. Okay. So, yeah, why don't someone give me a niche? Give me a niche and I'll do a search on Shopify. Let me just log in here. Um, is this $197? It's a one-time payment. Yeah, this is just a tool. This is like a web app, like software that you would log into, right? And again, this isn't my tool, but I use it all the time. Okay, so let's see. So you guys should be able to see this on the screen now. Give me a 1 in the chat box if you could see intelligence now, the Shopify search tool. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I mean, this is what we do. So for the hiking niche, right? I forgot who said hiking niche, but you literally just come in here, right? You log in and you would go into your intelligence login system, right? And you literally just come right over here, and you'd search for your niche, right? So I'll just do a quick example here, but if you want to see the full example, the full walkthrough, I do a full kind of walkthrough and review on this. I also have a really great bonus software that I give along for free. Just check this out later on. Research or check it out now, whatever. Research.justincener.com. That's where you can actually pick up this piece of software. So I'll walk through. Okay, we did hiking, right? And we just basically did a very basic search here. We didn't change any of the options or anything like that yet. And obviously, there's tons of hiking products, right? And if you've done any research on hiking products whatsoever, you know that there are tens of thousands of products out there, from apparel to utility items to obviously T-shirts and print on demand. I mean, there's tons of them, right? But how do you know which ones are worth testing, which ones are worth adding to your store? Well, this is definitely a great way to go ahead and do that, right? And this is going to find, again, only top-selling products. This is done through the API, finding the top-selling products on Shopify stores that are top-selling right now, okay? So you can go through, just look at these products, see what's out there. Sometimes they'll be relevant, sometimes they won't be, right? Sometimes there'll be products that are very specific to some stores. Sometimes there'll be products that are very obvious that they could be drop shipped, okay? And now we can do something cool. This is what I like to do. I like to sort by Facebook page likes. Okay, so I'm just going to click on Facebook page. I'm going to go and see the stores that have the most Facebook likes, and this is pretty interesting information to me. Okay, these pages have a lot of likes, so they're obviously doing something right. Right, their top-selling products are probably going to be really valuable information for us because they're just a page that is, if they have, in this case, 268,000 likes, 192,000 likes, 145,000 likes on these pages, right? You could make some sort of assumption that they know what they're doing. They know how to reach people in their audience, right? And we're able to see all this information just in a couple of clicks here. So this is why I really like this tool so much. It's got a lot of different layers of information on here that we can find, right? And you could even do the same thing by daily visitors, right? You could sort by daily visitors. The stores that get the most clicks on a daily basis, right? This store gets almost 6,000 clicks on a daily basis. Again, they're doing something right. So if this is the number 2 selling product on a store that has 5,300 clicks a day, then that tells me a lot, right? And just to be clear, this tool will never tell you exact numbers of sales proof, right? It just will tell you the top selling products in the store. Okay, so that's why it's important to look at these other layers as well in terms of looking at the popular pages and the store traffic. Okay, but this is an incredibly valuable piece of information. This combination of information here, right? This page has 3,300 likes. Let's find some of the bigger ones, right? This page has 5,400 likes. No Facebook page can be found. Doesn't mean that there isn't one, but I just couldn't find one in this tool. Right? 5,400 visitors a day. If you're doing paid traffic on that, that means you're really scaling your ad campaign. So that's going pretty well, right? Give me another niche. I'll do one more example in here. I mean, as you can see, this is pretty straightforward, right? It's, there's nothing crazy going on in the front end. It's just all in the back end of it actually going through the API. Okay, so we'll do yoga. All right, so again, we just come in here. This is our members area. We do yoga search. Okay, and there's other tools here. You could search. You could do the same thing through eBay, search through Amazon. You could save products. They'll be over here under bookmarked. You could do a Shopify store search. You could just basically search for stores in your niche and then go crazy and look through all their products, right? But we did yoga here. Okay, and we could sort by, again, we wouldn't want to sort by Facebook page. All right, we're going to do this. Okay, 472,000. This is obviously something that's a little bit more specific to, I guess this is like a yoga DVD, right? So not so relevant. But take a look at this, 379,000 likes. If you're in the yoga niche, you've probably seen a product like this or something similar. Okay, this is from upkeepyoga.com, this little mandala beach blanket, right? And this store gets 7,000 visitors a day, right? And that's an unbelievable amount of visitors per day. Again, they're definitely scaling their ad campaigns. Things are definitely working well for this store that has almost 400,000 Facebook likes and 7,000 clicks per day, right? And this is the 5th selling product on that store. So here's the real cool part. Okay, we're going to be able to find this on AliExpress. It literally says find on AliExpress right here. Okay, so we're going to click on Find AliExpress and click the search box, and it's going to open up AliExpress into a new box. Okay, it's into a new window or whatever. And again, if you're looking for more information on the tool that I'm showing you right now, the Shopify search tool, here's the link right here, research.justincener.com. I call it research because it's my favorite product research method right now. So we did that search automatically through the tool, and you see immediately, right, here's that product, right? And here's that product, here's that product, here's that product, here's that product. And this is a pretty, and there's 16 results here, right? This is a pretty common issue, right? It's a good issue to have, right? There are multiple suppliers out here that all have the same product, right? All these suppliers on AliExpress have the same product. And this is why kind of the bonus software that I give along to people who buy Shopify or Intelligence through my link, again, research.justincener.com, they're going to get my bonus software. It's called AliInspector, right? And basically, AliInspector is the perfect match for Intelligence because they just kind of work perfectly together, right? Or Shopify, I'm going to call it Shopify forever, right? It's called Intelligence now, but Shopify will find winning products, right? It's going to find the hot products on other Shopify stores, okay? And that's what we've just done here, right? Then we've gone to AliExpress and we found that there are multiple suppliers for this hot-selling product. And now what AliInspector is going to do is it's actually going to go ahead and find the best supplier out of all these suppliers on AliExpress. It's going to look at a variety of different pieces of information. Obviously, price is one of the most important ones. But it's going to go through and it's going to basically search through all of the different AliInspector products within a given keyword. And it's just simply going to go and sort them with a variety of different metrics, right? And let me bring up that tool right now. Again, you get this tool. This is actually an unreleased software that I have been giving out just as a bonus for the people that are buying Shopify or Intelligence. And I'm loading this software right now, but it's over there at research.justincener.com if you wanted to check it out. And here's the tool right now. You see I've done a bunch of other searches on here in the past. But here is the information that I just added, right? All I did was actually search for sunshine happy, or what did I search for? Sunshine happy towel, right? And these came up. You could pretty much just pay attention to these, right? These are the ones that are relevant. These are some cat products I was looking at. And what we have here is the ability to look at all these things kind of stacked on top of each other. Obviously, right now they're sorted by price. This one for $10 looks like a great deal. In fact, this one looks like a better deal because you can see this one charges ePacket, this one doesn't. It's also going to pull in some very important information here. For example, their store score, their feedback score, right? So you can look at all these stacked on top of each other. You can really compare and look at all these suppliers, and you can say, okay, this one is definitely the best one, right? It's got the best store rating. It's got the cheapest price or close to the cheapest price with free ePacket shipping. And you see over here, once this loads, right, this would be the product that we would literally be able to go and add to our store. Okay, $10.53 for this product. You saw that they were selling it for $19.90, so close to a 100% margin on this product. And we found it out in just a couple of searches through Shopify, so or through Intelligence, right? That's the new name again. So all you need to do is just search for the product in AliInspector, and you find multiple variations of the same product, and you just sort them by price or sort them by rating or sort them by free shipping, and then you just find the best product. So really, with these two apps, with Intelligence and with AliInspector, you can just fill up your entire Shopify store with winning products. And that's like I said, this is why it's kind of been my favorite product research tool so far. So any questions on that one? I know we kind of spent a little bit more time on that than I'd wanted to, but if you wanted to find the full walkthrough, just check out this link over here on the screen right now, right? research.justincener.com. It's going to show you the whole setup and different search examples and really how to make the most of the tool. So yeah, Sonia says she wasn't sure when if that was Shopify or not. Yeah, some people have heard about Shopify, and then they did a little private release. I showed it to people on my in my Cener Shopify Mastermind group. They really liked it. A lot of people picked it up, and then they had to rebrand because their name was too close to Shopify. So now they've rebranded under Intelligence, same product, but it just literally will go through and I see a good question there. Will it find hidden products? Absolutely. We'll find any product that is visible basically through the API, which is pretty much effectively every product, right? There would be no way to purchase a product if it's not visible through the API because the way Shopify works is even the purchase process is through API. So it will find pretty much any product there. Okay. Let's see, some questions. Does it check the length of time the store has been open? Uh, I don't believe so. There's also the store search, right? Again, I don't want to really spend so much time going over this one, but in the video you'll see when I do the store search as well, that shows a lot of information. It even shows what apps are installed on your store, so you can really do some store spying in there as well. I didn't even mention that because this is really all about product research, but I mean, it's an all-inclusive tool. I mean, I highly recommend it. Like I said, I promoted it a couple of weeks ago, and it was really highly received. So check it out, research.justincener.com. I think you'll definitely enjoy that. Okay, so next one on the list, and I'll do an open question and answer at the end of this if you guys have more questions about Shopify. We could do more examples if you want. But let's move on to another one here. And I want to do Watchcount because a couple of you have said that you hadn't heard of Watchcount, and I thought that Watchcount would be one of the more popular ones. So give me a 2 in the chat box if you have never used Watchcount. Okay, give me a 2 if you've never used it, you've never heard of it, one or the other. Right, Watchcount is a great tool, right? And actually, Watchcount, you see eBay is one spot under or 2 spots under Watchcount on your screen right now. And by the way, these aren't in any ranking order. This is kind of just random. Again, if I had to rank them, the Shopify search tool would be number 1. Watchcount is basically works through, and I see a lot of 2s here, so a lot of people haven't heard of Watchcount. That's cool. So you're going to really like Watchcount, okay? And I'll just open it up in a new window in a second. Yes, I will be sending this recording. Right, this recording will get sent out to anyone who registered for this webinar. Okay, so watchcount.com. Okay, totally free tool. As it says right here, what's most popular on eBay? And how do they know that? Well, first of all, on Buy It Now products, and this is only dealing with Buy It Now products, right? You can see sales counts, and you can see watch counts, right? Watch counts are literally how many people are watching this item. Sales counts are obviously how many people bought this item. So we get both. We get social proof in the form of watch counts, for lack of a better word. Literally, that's what it's doing. This website is counting how many watches each product has. And then more importantly, we're going to have our sales counts, right? So this is a tool that's been out there for a while. I've been using this for a long time. I think a lot of people have been using this for a long time. This will open up your product research to eBay, right? And not only that, you'll be able to see some examples of tons of different niches. So another niche that you guys submitted, you said dogs, right? Obviously just a very general one. So I'm just going to do a little bit more specific just so we could see some maybe some more specific examples of what's going on over here. And I believe the way that Watchcount makes money is that they will take a little affiliate cut of any purchase that gets made through clicking on their links on eBay. Okay, but here's what you're going to see, right? You're going to just search out your niche, and you can be specific for products or not. Right? If you have a very small niche, you don't need to be very specific in the search box. If you have a huge niche like dogs or cats or fitness, right, you'd be a little bit more specific with your search terms. But either way, this is what you see here. Right? This is the most important. Right? Past sales, and right now I think it's sorted by watchers, 373 watchers. But this is cool right here. 2,400 people have bought this product. Okay, 400 people have bought this product. 800 people, 500 people, 100 people. Right. This is a pretty interesting product, right? Greyhound. If you're in the Greyhound niche, right, this would be a great product. 100 people have bought it, and you could just drop ship this directly from eBay. Okay, so tons of products that you're going to be able to find over here. Tons of different products. And, of course, you can do this for any niche. So, there's really not much more to it here. You're basically just searching your niche out here, and you're going to see the results sorted by the amount of people currently watching the product on eBay, accompanied by the information of past sales. Okay, totally free tool, right? And this gives you both social and sales proof. So, Watchcount, very popular, right? Now, the reason why it's not revolutionary anymore is that everyone is using it, right? Everyone is probably using Watchcount by now. We've had, maybe 10 or 15 people said they hadn't used it before. So that leaves a lot of other people that had used it, right? But it is a great tool. Don't get me wrong. When you're entering a niche, you definitely want to be checking out watchcount.com. Okay. All right. Another one on this list that I think is really underrated, and there's really not much to show here, but it's Etsy.com. Okay. I've had a lot of students hit their top-selling products for the month on Etsy.com, and the reason is Etsy.com, a lot of handmade, a lot of unique items, and that means a lot of times products that are being really marketed correctly to a large audience for the first time, right? We're talking about Etsy. Obviously, it definitely has a huge amount of users, but it's not exactly it's not like eBay, right? And it's also not doing paid marketing on a passion basis like you're probably doing, right? And the way that I teach, obviously, you want to have a passion niche and advertise and play on that passion idea, right? So these products on Etsy are oftentimes very unique, right? They're very, even homemade as a good thing, right? They're just really a really cool selection. So, again, not much to show here, right? You're going to do basic searching, right? You're going to do basic searching. And things that really work well here, jewelry items, like kind of unique one-off items, niche-specific kind of pieces. And, I got to just show you rather than tell you. Let me see, what were some of the other niches that you guys had posted up here? MMA. Okay, we'll just put in MMA. Okay, and just do your basic search here, and you're going to find different categories of products here, like little things like this, right? They call it jewelry, but they're kind of just like little items, right? They're little trinkets or whatever that are specific to that niche, right? Clothing, obviously, you want to get some T-shirt ideas. That's a great place to go. This will be a good category as well. And you just search through these products, right? Unfortunately, no social proof here, no sales proof here. This is going to be based on the idea of intrigue, right? You want to find some cool products, but again, a couple of my coaching students over the past couple of months, their top-selling products have come from Etsy, right? So a lot of unique things over here, and a little note here, just because some of the things that I'm seeing on the screen. Just because people are doing trademark infringement on Etsy doesn't mean you're allowed to drop ship it. Same idea as AliExpress, right? So find things that are not trademark infringement, but there's a lot of great things on here. We just did an MMA search, right? Tons of great products in here that you'll be able to find. And obviously, this is totally free, right? And again, not super revolutionary, but definitely very valuable and one that you should be using in there. Okay, eBay, I don't really need to show you much. I mean, Watchcount is going to be do a better job of searching. Is going to do a better job of searching eBay than even eBay would, right? In terms of the information that we want, right? We definitely want, we want to have a pretty much as full of the data as possible, right? So to the next one here, Groupon.com. Okay, Groupon, underrated, right? Underrated here. And I'll tell you what you don't want to do with Groupon.com. You don't want to source directly through Groupon.com. You want to just basically use it as a means to find hot products, because what's on Groupon.com, especially in the Groupon goods section, is going to tell you sales proof. It's going to say 10,000 plus bought. It's going to say 5,000 bought, 3,000 bought, whatever, right? And then obviously you can go ahead, tons of products that are on Groupon.com, you'll find the exact same product on AliExpress. So I'm not going to show you that. It's just, very basic, very straightforward, but check out Groupon.com. Definitely a nice one to use. Okay. What about Redbubble? So Jay says Redbubble, if you guys don't know what Redbubble is, it's basically a big, not necessarily print, it is print on demand, but not in the way that you're thinking, but it's just like a big place for T-shirts and apparel that are kind of custom printed. Great place to do T-shirt research for sure. Not a lot of sales proof there, not a lot of social proof there, so you're kind of flying in the dark. Similar to just using Pinterest or Google Images or Facebook search, which is actually the next one that I'm going to show you right now. And this one's pretty interesting, right? Facebook search is a pretty interesting tool, and it's actually a website called fb-search.com. But what it does is it pretty much just automatically makes searches for you via the kind of I forgot what it's called, but their main Facebook search box, right? The way that you can enter in like specific queries into this box, right? The Open Graph search box, Facebook or FB-search is going to do it for you automatically. So you see the example that they have in here, teespring.com plus keywords, right? So let's say you want to find T-shirts, right? For I don't know, you just use one of these ones I guess I've done in the past, right? Pugs. right? Teespring.com, pugs, we're going to do a search, and you're going to see it's going to open up Facebook, and it's just going to basically go in to do a search with these little advanced strings, right? Teespring, pugs, stories, keyword, intersect, right? Now we can go through here and take a look at all these different products, right? Literally go through and take a look at, this is probably a brand new one, right? This was shared, right? So we're not only finding posts from the page, right? We're also finding posts that get shared by other people, right? So we're going to be able to find a good selection of T-shirts and T-shirt ideas, and we could scroll through here. I guess this one is being spammed a little bit at the top of the results. But, you get the point. We're going to be able to go through here, and we could just, just quickly browse through. Hopefully we could find some other ones, right? And we're seeing a lot of these things here. Just under the Teespring shirt up there, right there. So you can do all these different searches. You can even try different domains. You don't even need to use domains if you don't want. You can come over here and just go right back to search. You can search for photos, right? You could do something like cat shirt, right? You could do something like dog shirt, right? Whatever, plus shirt, plus products, plus jewelry, plus bracelet, and then you'd be able to go ahead and see all of the photos on Facebook to search through this little, like I said, this kind of query string here that fb-search.com will do automatically, right? So this one is pretty good. And Deidre says, how do I know it was being spammed? I just saw that there were like, 8 or 9 shares in a row, and they looked like exactly the same post, and the T-shirt was terrible. So I don't think it was anyone that was actually sharing that to buy it, right? So it's probably just some newbie, thinking that he was going to share it to his friends or something. But that was just a random case in terms of the search that we did here. I'm sure if we did something else, we'd probably find a totally different selection of shirts here. Okay. So we can scroll through here, and it's not always going to be shirts, but we already see a couple of different shirts on here, right? Just get a couple different ideas, and there you go, right? Tons of different cat shirts, tons of different cat-related products, and this is a totally free tool, right? fb-search.com, and really great tool there. Give me an 8 in the chat box if you've never seen this tool. Okay, give me an 8 if you've never seen the FB search. Give me some crazy 8s in the chat box. Cool. A lot of you guys haven't seen this one. Great. I see David with the 7,008s. Thank you. But yeah, this is a great tool, right? And what's really cool is sometimes you'll come across posts on there that you'll either see a lot, or you'll see the original post and you'll see like 70,000 likes and 10,000 shares. I mean, that obviously means a great deal, right? That means that product is working very well. No one's going to spend that much money on advertising if the product isn't working very well. So you can really get a lot out of there. Okay, I see a lot of 8s there. That's great. I'm glad that this is a new tool for you guys. Okay, I'm going to show you, you know what? That's definitely the wrong link. But these are the ones that we hadn't gone over. So let me show you Reddit real quick, actually, because Reddit is a cool one. And Reddit is pretty easy to use. Again, it's very straightforward. You're basically just using it just like a normal Reddit user, right? All you're going to be doing is searching for your subreddit, which is basically just a section of Reddit that is incredibly specific to your niche, right? So there could be reddit.com for cats, right? It could be reddit.com for anything, right? Any sub niche at all, right? And we can go and see, how about something for hiking or something. So I'm just going to bring that one up there right now. Yeah, we're going to wrap this up with a question and answer too. So if you guys have any questions, get those ready, because we're going to be taking care of those. And my computer's just going a little bit slow right now. I'm trying to load up the right Reddit. Okay. So here you go. I got Reddit over here, and basically I'm just in camping and hiking, right? You would find and go through and search your own search your own niche, right? Find your own subreddit, right? It's often reddit.com/r/your niche, right? /fishing, /nursing, /hockey, /marathon, /backpacking, /scrapbooking, whatever, right? Find your niche, and you can come in here and search inside here and search for shirts or products or gifts or sale or unique, or just come over here and click on top, right? And you'd immediately see all of the top posts over the past 24 hours. You can even change the time, right? You can go to the all-time or past year, past month, right, and see what the top products are inside. I'm sorry, not products, but top posts are inside of this Reddit, right? And obviously not every single post is going to involve a product, but the idea here is to understand, why did this post get 3,400 upvotes? Why did this post get 19,000, almost 20,000 upvotes? Right? Why did this one get 5,500 upvotes? Right? That's living inside your niche. Okay? That's living inside your niche for you. And this is something that you should be doing regardless of if you're doing product research or not. If you want to succeed in a niche, you better know what what are the things that would trend on Reddit. That's super important, right? Super important. So Zach, Zach says, does it do anything different than actually searching just teespring.com cats into the search bar? It does. It builds the string that you need automatically, right? I said that it uses that search string up there, but it searches for specific stories that will potentially come up with links in them. Just easy enough to use fb-search.com. Now you can edit the URL that it produces after it produces the first one, but it's not the same as just typing in the top search box. Okay, so that's Reddit. Right, again, very, very straightforward. Okay. Instagram, Instagram is incredibly straightforward here. Instagram is all about hashtag searches, right? So you're not going to really be finding any individual person that you're looking for. You're just going to go to Instagram. You do it on your phone. You can do it on the desktop version. And you're just literally going to go to the search box right on Instagram.com, and you're just going to type in your niche, right? And what you're going to do on your niche, and oftentimes even before you get to complete your search, you're going to find some recommended searches, or recommended hashtags, I should say, inside of your niche, right? And then what you're going to do is you're simply going to go and search through all the most popular hashtags. And the cool part is, and I'll show you this, just bring Instagram over here, right? Someone give me a niche right now to search on Instagram. Go ahead and post it in the question box, and I'll do the first one. Okay, soccer. Okay, so KD says soccer, right? I'm going to type in soccer, and, oh wait, whoops, I want to type in, sorry, hashtag soccer. Okay, and I'm going to see immediately all these popular hashtags: soccer girl, soccer, soccer mom, soccer life, soccer, obviously with 18 million posts, right? Soccer boy, soccer player, soccer Bible, right? All these ones have huge amounts of posts. That means huge amounts of things that we could look through. So I'm a little afraid to click on soccer girl, so I'm just going to click on soccer, and we're going to come over here. And the cool thing is we have top posts right off the bat, right? Top posts, which means obviously these are the things that have the most engagement. And a lot of times you're not going to find products here, right? This is the idea of living inside the niche, just figuring out what will trend and what won't. But maybe you could find memes in here, right? Maybe you could find popular sayings or posters or quotes that could be turned into a T-shirt, or product ideas that could be found on AliExpress or something similar, right? So you definitely want to go ahead and scroll through tons and tons and tons of these for every single niche. And obviously hashtag soccer is just the most basic one. There's all these other soccer related ones as well that you can go ahead and search through. And you're not necessarily always going to find products, but you certainly will always find things that are relevant for your niche. Okay. So let me show you Teespy real quick. Okay, Teespy is a great one. You're going to get there by going to tee.justincener.com. You see that link close to the bottom of your screen over here. We're getting towards the bottom of our list of product research. And Teespy is a great tool if you're in the T-shirt selling game, right? And that's obviously my specialty in terms of selling print-on-demand T-shirts. You absolutely need to have Teespy. Okay, tee.justincener.com. It's as low as $27 a month. It's an absolute no-brainer to have this tool. It's similar to Shopify, right? If you're doing anything with Shopify dropshipping products, you absolutely need to have Shopify or intelligence. If you're doing anything with T-shirts on Shopify, then you need to have Teespy. Right? It's got literally over 1.1 million T-shirt campaigns and print-on-demand campaigns, and it grabs them from all the most popular sites: Sunfrog, Shopify, Teespring, Gearbubble, Teazilly, etc. Right? And this is the T-shirt spying tool over here at tee.justincener.com. You see that link on your screen over here. And I want to show you again just some of the power. I have it's a $97 a month. It's called a business level tool over here. But either way, the cheapest one is $27 a month, and you're going to be able to go through and search this database, right? So let's see. So someone said French Bulldog as a niche, right? I'll type in French Bulldog, and we're just going to see how many shirts are inside this niche. And there's 2,600 French Bulldog related shirts in this niche, right? And that's pretty amazing. Right? There's that many shirts. You can literally just come over here and you want to do research for T-shirt ideas. 2,600 of them right in front of you, right? And that's just about French Bulldogs, right? Of course, in any idea, right? Any good T-shirt, right? could potentially be turned in or applied to your niche. So this database has tons and tons and tons and tons of great information, right? And they still have some sales information here as well, right? Sometimes you got to go through it a couple different times. It's been, pulling sales information pretty well here, right? It's literally going to tell you how many sales this product has, right? This shirt sold 600 copies. This shirt sold 500 copies, 500, 460 copies, 414 copies, right? This is literally like this shirt over here. This girl loves her bulldog, right? Pause for the cause, right? 400 sales, 277 sales, right? This is valuable, super valuable information, right? You get to actually understand, if you're in the French bulldog niche, you're seeing which products are literally enticing the customers enough to take their credit card out, right? And that's the whole name of the game when it comes to Teespy. Again, very straightforward tool. There's not so much to it, right? It's just all about the information that you're going to find in there. The information there is just invaluable. It's really just crazy, right? Question there says, when it says enable, ended or disabled, does that mean it's no longer selling? Yeah, it was just ended, right? Typically it was on a campaign basis like a Teespring site, so it just doesn't last forever anyway. Teespy is as low as $27 a month if you use that link that's highlighted on your screen right there, David. So tee.justincener.com, you get it for $27 a month. And last but certainly not least is Pinterest. Right, and Pinterest, I mean, again, Pinterest is one of those ones that I would bet that 99.9% of everyone in this room has used Pinterest, and I'm not here to tell you that it's anything revolutionary at all, okay? What's revolutionary was going through that Shopify search tool today, right? Research.justincener.com. I see a lot of questions, and I will get to those questions about Shopify, but that's a revolutionary tool, right? Pinterest is not so revolutionary, except when you combine it with a free Chrome extension, okay? This makes it way more valuable, and you're going to see this extension right here on the top right. It's called the Pinterest sort. If you just do a Google search, and of course you have to be using Google Chrome to be doing that, right? But you're going to use Google Chrome, and you're going to download the Pinterest sort extension, okay? Once you have it here, you'll see this little red icon here, and then you're going to come in here and do a search, okay? And how about we do something like nurse? You see I did the search already. We'll do nurse gifts, right? And we're just basically trying to do a search to find anything that would be popular for nurses. And when you have a search for Pinterest, you're looking for a lot of repins, right? That's the method of engagement that we look for in terms of social proof, right? Pinterest is going to give you social proof, and this is all over the place, right? You see 1,000, and then you see 1. Then you see 1,300, then you see 285, and then you see 2,000, and then you see 1. So we obviously want to sort these, and there's no good way to do that until we've downloaded that Chrome extension, Pinterest sort, okay? And before you do that, what you want to do is, I'm pressing End on the mouse. I'm sorry, on the keyboard. I'm going to press it about 13 million times and just scroll down until I have a lot of products loaded in here. The way that the Pinterest search works is like it's those never-ending scrolls. So basically everything's going to stay on the same page. So you need to press End a lot. Just get a lot of products on here. You see how many products now I've been able to make show up. And now that we have that, I'm going to scroll all the way back up to the top. I'm going to click Pinterest sort. It's going to open up this Chrome extension, and I'm going to sort by repins. Okay, and now you see at the top of the list here we have 11,000, 10,000, 10,000, 9,000, 6,000, 6,000, 5,000, 4,000, 3,000, etc. Right? So now we're starting to see things that have a lot of engagement. Right? This anatomically correct heart, right, was pinned on a nursing board. It has 3,700 repins. Okay, 2,700 repins for this. I find this humorous. This is like a pun mug. Right? This is an AliExpress product right here. Right, 2,500 repins. Okay, so you get the point here. Free extension. You're going to use this. Download. It's called Pinterest Sort. Totally easy to use. Totally free. Right, and you get the full install video on my YouTube about how to do the Pinterest Sort. But literally, you're just installing this free Chrome extension, and then you're good to go. Okay. So we've been doing this for a little bit over an hour, and I think we've gone through a ton of research, tools, and strategies and sites so far. And really, the correct way to do research is to use all of these tools, right? I mean, obviously the one that's going to be the most important are going to be the paid tools, right? But not necessarily everyone wants to invest in a paid tool, so you have tons of other options that are available to you as well. And if I had to rank them, I'd probably say Shopify search tool, intelligence, that's number 1. T-shirt spying tool is number 2, and those get an unfair advantage because those are paid tools, right? Those are number 1 and number 2. The best free tool on here is definitely Watchcount.com. right? Watchcount.com gives you a ton of information, both social and sales proof combined at the same time. And then Facebook search tool is great because you're actually going to be able to see hot selling products in terms of the ads, right? You'll run into ads in your niche when you do these searches that have tens of, if not hundreds of thousands of likes, and there you go. You know that it's definitely a hot selling product. Okay. If I had to go on the next, I'd say Reddit is really high up there. Wish.com is up there in terms of convenience and the ability to find sales proof, also the ability to source things out of the USA. And probably the most underrated one on this list is definitely Etsy. I think a lot of people just skip Etsy thinking that it's only like handmade, stupid, like jewelry or whatever. And sometimes it is. But it sells very well, right? Whether you think it's stupid or not, people like it, people buy it, and it's unique, so it's not oversaturated. So definitely really a great thing there. But all these ones, every single site on this list, you should be using for sure. And that's product research for 2017, guys. I mean, I want to open it up to some question and answer now. And if you guys want, I could do another example on Shopify or Intelligence. Yeah, if you are interested in that tool, make sure you check out that link. I've got a much longer video just kind of showing you all the ins and outs and the Shopify search and all that great stuff. Research.justincener.com. That's also where you would get that bonus Ali Inspector software, if you wanted to pick up that tool. So let me see these questions. How do you get an extension from Pinterest? You need to be using Google Chrome. And then you simply just do a Google search for Pinterest sort Chrome extension, and it will be the first one. Okay. Let's see. Great info. Thanks, Kate. You're very welcome. Glad you thought so. Scott says, great job, Justin. Thanks, Scott. Appreciate it. Jay says, I found good T-shirt designs on Etsy. Absolutely. There's a lot of great shirts on there, a lot of unique designs, a lot of unique sayings on there. So a great spot there. Okay. Dagmar, thank you. Great as always. Appreciate that, Dagmar. Appreciate you coming over here again. Definitely a familiar name, so thanks for coming out. Arthur says, excellent. You're welcome. Mieko, you're very welcome. 2017 is the year I will be taking advantage of the amazing advice you give, Justin. Martin, that sounds great. I appreciate that. Definitely take some action, and a lot of great free content tonight. So make use of it. Miguel says, thanks for sharing. You're very welcome. Tom says, thank you so much. No problem. Lloyd says, Ron says, I picked up Ali Inspector. Love it. Yeah, the preview button is definitely great. Good share, Ismail. Thanks. As always, great webinar. Pamela, thank you. Let's see. Definitely the webinar will be sent out. The replay will be sent out, guys, so you'll be getting that in the email. When we make dropshipping from Wish.com inside the USA, does the customer know it's from Wish? No, you could include a note in every single order, right? So even though it's coming, first of all, Wish doesn't do anything. Wish doesn't have any products. Like Wish doesn't sell products, similar to how AliExpress doesn't sell products. Right? They're basically, ironically, they're drop shipping as well, right? So it would be a chain of drop shipping, but if you're going to be doing it through Wish.com, they have their own kind of fulfillment setup, and you could include a note on there as well. Do you also do specialized cups? Audrey, I'm not sure what you mean. Do you mean mugs? Mugs, I definitely do. Thank you for the product research information. 250,000 crazy eights. Thank you, Debbie. Appreciate that. Pavan, hey man, what's going on? Nice to see you in here. Thanks for the kind words. He says, killer teacher, incredible session. Pavan and I go way back to flag football days. Let's see, is there a way to check on AliExpress for items from Yiwu? No. Yiwu is a closed dropshipping network, right? You're basically with Yiwu, you're with them, right? They got their own selection of products, and you're just going to go crazy with whatever they have in their catalog, and that's really the whole way to do it. Deidre says, I need help installing Ali Inspector. Support team inside that welcome email that you probably got when you got Intelligence, they're going to be able to help you with the upgrade, right? Because there is a new version out, right? So anyone, if you've already bought it in the past, there's a new update out. You can get it if you log into your Shopify account. But yeah, that's how you would get it. It should be easy to update. Yeah, great. Okay, cool. Is Shopify a monthly payment or one-time? It's a one-time payment. Again, it's not my tool. It's just a one-time payment. I'm very friendly with the guy who makes it. It's a great tool. They just did a great job on it. And again, the advantage is that, first of all, not everyone is using it, and it's taking information that is not publicly available. That's why it's working so well. Kyle says, no questions here since you covered it so well. Great. Appreciate that. You're very welcome, Kyle. I'm glad you came out to another webinar. And Haas says, although it's 4 a.m., I could not leave the webinar and go to sleep. That's great. I'm glad I kept you up, and I hope you have a great Friday now. All right, guys, so let me see any other questions. Now's the time, right? If not, I definitely want you guys to check out research.justincener.com. Go ahead and check out Intelligence. Definitely think it's well worth the money, and obviously you get my free bonus software, Ali Inspector, if you buy it through my link. So that would be great. I see a couple more questions, and I'll sign off after that. But again, guys, thanks so much for joining me on this webinar. And let's wrap it up. Let me see some crazy 8s in the chat box. Give me an 8 in the chat box if I taught you at least one thing new for product research today. Let me see those 8s in the chat box. And as always, guys, I really appreciate you coming out and being so engaged and keeping the the kind of webinar flowing nicely. So there you go. See a million 8s from Joe Jackson and Ishmael and Brian, Scott, Stephen, Martin, David, Victoria, Tom. Appreciate it, guys. So let me just take these last couple of questions, and then we will sign off. Can you explain Wish a little bit more? Is it like AliExpress? You can't do it with Oberlo, right? It doesn't integrate with Oberlo, but it is similar to AliExpress. Basically, it's manual, right? So you'd have to, if you're going to deal with them in any way, you just need to reach out to them through Wish.com. It doesn't automate in any way. Do I know Spyfi? No, I don't know what Spyfi is, Francisco. Sorry, I guess is it a tool or something? What niches are too saturated that we should avoid? I don't think any niche is too saturated. I do think that there are products that are too saturated. For example, you want to go in the cat niche and sell the same impalement earrings that I've already sold 10,000 copies of and know other people who have sold at least 5 or 10,000 copies themselves. I mean, you're not going to do it anymore, right? I mean, that product is oversold, and it doesn't sell for me anymore. It's not going to sell for you. But that's just a couple of those huge products that everyone sees, right? I mean, there's probably like 2, 3, or 4 of them in every niche that have just been hammered to death, and you want to stay away from those, right? Otherwise, every niche is fair game, and really the best niche to install, the best niche to go with is a niche that you have passion about yourself, right? It's going to be much easier to walk the walk, talk the talk, and be able to kind of market correctly and find winning products if you have a passion about the niche yourself. And Owen, yes, the webinar replay will definitely be sent out for sure. All right, guys, so that's about it. And again, I really appreciate you guys coming out. I'm going to process this replay as soon as possible and get it out to the people who signed up here, and I'll also post it into my free group, Cener Shopify Mastermind, on Facebook. And if you're not on the Cener Shopify Mastermind group, I mean, you're really missing out. I think most of you probably have already found out about this webinar because of this group, but seriously, it's the best group on Facebook when it comes to Shopify. Totally free. Come in here and join in, right? Totally free. I answer as many questions as I can in here. Great community. Cener Shopify Mastermind. This is where I'll be posting the webinar replay. But again, really appreciate everyone who came out. Here's that the Shopify page, research.justincener, if you want to go check it out. I got a full about 7-minute video on how to install it and how to make the most use of it and how to use my bonus software, Ali Inspector, as well. So check this out. You definitely want to grab this software, the best way to do product research right now. But again, guys, thanks so much for joining me here, and have a great night.